you could just follow my finger using only your eyes without moving your head. Just follow the tip of my finger. We're going to go diagonally up. Good. Diagonally down. Diagonally down. Diagonally up. Diagonally up. Diagonally down. Good. Diagonally down. Diagonally up. Keep focusing on my finger here. We're going to go up, down, wonderful, up, down, back to neutral. We'll go to the side, to the other side, side, and to the other side. Wonderful. So, my name is Calliope, and I'm going to be performing your eye test today. And that very first test tells me you should be excellent at this. So, why don't we go ahead and do another one? I'd like you to just focus on my nose here. Just look at my nose, and we're going to test your peripheral fields. Just keep focusing on my nose, and let me know when you see one of my fingers wiggle like this. Just like that, okay? Keep looking at my nose. Just let me know when you see my fingers wiggle. Good. Good. Yep. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Yep. Good. Good. Yep. Yes. Brilliant. That was wonderful. So, on to the next test. Yes. I am going to have you look at the wall behind me real quick. We're going to reset your eyes a little, so if you could look at the wall behind me, and then look at the tip of my finger. Just like that first test, I want you to follow it using only your eyes without moving your head. We're going to come in and out. Just keep following. In. Good, 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 good. And out. In. Excellent. And out. Good. And then back to neutral. So if you could look at the wall behind me here. At any point, just take a look at the wall. Reset your eyes a little. Okay, and look at my finger here. If I can find it myself. Take a look at my finger and watch it using only your eyes without moving your head. We're going to come in, and out. In Wonderful. Now, let's go ahead and move on to our next test. I have a card with numbered boxes. And in each of these boxes, there is a set of 3 letters. They might spell out a real word, they may not. And I just want you to, the best of your ability, read the 3 letters for me. Why don't we start right here? Can you read the 3 letters that are in the middle of this box? Y-U-D. Good. And what about the second box? D-B-H. Good. And what about the third? What does the third box say? J. Good. What about the fourth? Pi. And what about the fifth? Dex. Good. Now we have some numbers in the next row. Can you tell me the numbers in this row? 4, 5, 8, 9, 3, 5, 1, 7, 2, 9, 5, 7, 3, 7, 6. Good. What if we have this row right here? We come back to the letters. What do these boxes say? Joy. Good. What about this one? What does this one say? H-A-K. Good. What about this one? Pro. Number 14. Damn. And number 15 here. What does this one say? N-L-C. Good. Let's do one more round here. So we'll do this row right here with the numbers. If you could just tell me what numbers are in the boxes. 5, 8, 3, 9, 2, 6, 2, 5, 6, 9, 4, 2, 2, 8, 6. Wonderful. Now we can move on to the next test. Now I'd like to look at your eyes a little. Now for this, I'm going to be touching you a little bit, mostly to stabilize myself. Is that okay with you? Do I have your permission to do that? Wonderful. So I'm going to come in real close here. Real close. And just stabilize myself here. And take a look at your eyes. So, looking at the tear ducts, lacrimal gland. We're looking at the eyelashes, your eyebrows, the distribution of the hairs. We're looking at the skin of the eyes and the water lines. Looking at the pupils and the irises and the sclera. we can take a look at the conjunctiva as well. We'll be doing some tests with the light. I want to just give it a once over before we bring in our light. And the other side here, from the tear ducts to the outer corner, the water lines on both eyelids. There is any sign of ptosis or styes or infection. Do you often find that you have dry or watery eyes? No. And what about redness, itching, burning? Okay. Sensitivity to light at all? Okay. And any vision changes? Okay. Well, I'm certain if there are, we will catch them with our multitude of tests. Good, okay. Now let's take a look at those conjunctiva. So I am going to be pulling your eyelids up. I want you to look down for me. Okay. Pull up, look down, look down, look down. Just look down for me. I'm gonna check the tissue. Good. Okay. And you can take a little blink if you need. Yep, very good. And I am going to be pulling down on your eyes, and I want you to look up. Okay, just going to be very gently pulling down. If you could look up. Look up, look up. Good. Right. The tissues are not overly reddened, and they're not pale either. You can do a couple of blinks if need be. Probably a little more natural than what I'm trying to do. And we are going to start bringing in some light. I have quite a few different tests that involve the light. There shouldn't be too much that I need you to do. So the very first test that I want to do is called the direct consensual response test. I'm going to be putting my hand between your eyes, and I'm going to bring my light in at an angle. And when that light hits your eyes, they should constrict, right? Yes, so when I take away the light, then it dilates. And when I do that, when I shine it directly in your eye, when your pupil reacts, that is our direct response. Now, if I shine that light into your eyes and I look on the other side, even though the eye is covered, it's still going to react in the same way at the same time and constrict when the other eye constricts. That is our consensual response, as your eyes are consensually moving the same motion at the same time. It's a lot of explanation that you didn't necessarily need, but thought I would give to you anyway. And all I need you to do is just stare straight ahead. And I'm going to look at the direct response, and then the consensual, very good. And let's switch to the other side. So look at the direct, consensual, consensual, consensual response. Wonderful. We have the direct, direct, direct response, consensual, consensual, and consensual response. Good. Direct, direct, direct. Very good. Consensual, consensual, consensual. Wonderful. That was absolutely excellent. Let's see what else we have on tap for you today. Now let's do our swinging light test. This is going to be very simple. Just need you to look at somewhere on my face, and I am going to be bringing the light from one side, one eye, to the other side, the other eye. One eye and the other. One eye and the other. Swinging light test. Swinging light test. Good. Looking for a defect in your eyes with the swinging light test. An afferent defect, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe efferent, but I think it's afferent. Wonderful. And blink if you need to. We're going to be doing a little more eye movement tests. And I'm just going to have you take a look at this light here. And we are going to do our follow the light test with a little bit of a different motion, the more traditional motion, if you will. So follow this light using only your eyes without moving your head. We are going to start by going to the side, up, down, back to neutral, side, up, down, back to neutral. This is known as the H test and is the most typical used to test your cardinal directions of gaze. Just keep following the light. Just keep following the light. Good. Keep following the light. Very good. Follow the light. Let's do one more set. There we go. You're doing perfectly. close as you can, even if it comes out of your vision. Very good. Now, let's move on to your next test. Now, I'd like to test for your color vision ability. These are the Ishihara plates for color deficiency. Can you tell me what is in this picture right here? Can you tell me what is in the middle of it? Good, so we have a 12. And what about in this picture? Right here, what is in the middle of this plate? We have an 8. Wonderful. And the other picture, what is in the middle of this plate? We have a 6. Good. And what about this one? What do you see in the middle of this plate? 29. Wonderful. And what about this one right here? What about this plate? 57. And let's see, move on to a different color scheme here. These might be a little more difficult. Can you see what number is in the middle of this colored circle here? It's very faint. Good. This is a 5 right here. This next one may be a little easier for you. What do you see in the middle of this plate? 3. Good. Right here, some different colors. Can you see what's in the middle of this plate right here? 26. And what about this one right here? What's in the middle? 42. What about these two? What do you see in the middle of this plate? 35. And how about this one? 96. Good. Now, these are going to be a little different. Do you happen to see any number or any picture, any symbol in these plates at all? Is there anything that stands out to you? Anything in either of these? No? And what about here? What do you see in these pictures? Kind of looks like a maze. Yes, a little bit. See these trails like little snake. And what about in these? Okay, the same. Just have the trails. Okay, I think that we can move on to the next test. Now, I'm going to have you cover one of your eyes here. So since I'm covering this eye, I want you to cover this one for me. And I want you to just look at my nose here. I'm going to bring my fingers in, and I want you to tell me when you see them come into your vision, okay? Alright, so go ahead and just focus on my nose, and just tell me when you see my finger. There we go. Tell me when you see my fingers. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Yep. And if you could cover the other eye for me. Very good. Let's do that again. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Yep. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. And I'll give you a moment and we'll do that test again, but this time I'll be using the tip of my pen, this white tip here. So I'm going to have you cover your eye again. Let's just go back to this one, right? So you cover this side. And let me know when you see the tip of my pen come into view. Okay? Alright. Just keep looking at my nose. Good. 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 Yep. Yep. Good. And let's switch to the other side. Good. Good. Yep. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Okay. You do not need to cover your eyes anymore. And let's go ahead and bring the light back into play. And I'm going to have you look at the wall behind me right here. Wonderful. And then look at this light. Good. and just follow the light using only your eyes, not moving your head. You know the drill. And we're going to come in and out, in and out, in, wonderful, out, good. And I'm just going to have you look at the other side here. Let's look at the wall. Reset the eyes. Okay. And then take a look at our light. We're going to bring this in and out, in, out. Just keep following the light. In and out. Excellent. Now we're going to bring a different kind of light. And we are going to be doing a test that is known as a fundoscopy. And with this fundoscopy, I'm going to be looking at the fundus of the eye. I'm going to be looking behind your eye. And just got a little light here. And I'm going to put my hand atop your head just to steady myself. And then I'm going to bring the light in. I'm going to get up real close and look at the back of your eye. So, just going to put my hand atop your head to steady myself. I'm going to come in at an angle here. And then when I find the red light reflex, I'm just going to come in very close and look at the health of the back of your eye. So back here we can take a look at the optic disc, and we can check on the health of the blood vessels. Good. Just taking a peek at everything behind the eye. Wonderful invention this is. It's been around for quite a while, actually. Okay, and then I can very slowly come out. And then we can switch to the other side. You just keep looking ahead. There's nothing special you need to do. And let me just see if I can find that red light reflex, and then come in and take a peek at the eye. Blink if you need to. That's no problem whatsoever. Good. All the little blood vessels. And that optic disc in the middle. Very good. Just looking at the health of the eye. I think I'm just a touch closer. There we go. Wonderful. And I'm just going to back away here. Good. And I can put this down. We can move on to the next test. Now we're going to get a little more difficult with our reading test. So we do have some words, and we also have a set of 5 numbers. In the next row, we have our words, we have our numbers. If you could just tell me, what do you see in this first box here? What is this word right here? Green. And what about this one? Super. And number 3. Flash. Number 4. Arrow. Number 5. Vicky. Good. And what numbers do you see in this box right here in number 6? 8, 4, 7, 3, 2. Good. And what about number 7 here? What numbers do you see? 1, 6, 9, 4, 5. Good. And what about number 8 here? 3, 5, 8, 1, 9. Okay. And what about number 9? 4, 6, 6, 2, 3. Good. Number 10. 7, 5, 1, 3, 8. Okay. And we'll move on to the next one. A couple of these words might seem nonsensical, but you can spell them out if you wish, or you can say them as they're written. That's totally up to you. What does number 11 say? Jackie. Good. Number 12? Hands. Number 13? Yeezy. Number 14? Read on. Number 15? Brief. Yep. And lastly, let's look at the row of 5 numbers. Let's try number 20 first. Let's go backwards. So number 20 here. What does that say? 6, 8, 3, 1, 4. Good. Number 19. 2, 8, 5, 3, 7. What about number 18 here? 1, 6, 4, 7, 9. Okay. And number 17. 3, 7, 8, 5, 2. And number 16 here. 6, 1, 5, 4, 9. Very good. And we'll go to our next test. Now we're going to be doing our last set of tests. So I'm going to bring the light in. I want you to follow the light using only your eyes without moving your head. And we are going to do the full full rotation of movement, starting with the H test. Just keep following the light, using only your eyes without moving your head. You've been doing absolutely brilliant. Couldn't ask for a better patient. Now we're going to go diagonally up, diagonally down, diagonally down, diagonally up, diagonally up, diagonally down, diagonally down, diagonally up. Good. Let's go up. Good. Down. Keep following the light. Up. Down. No signs of lid lag. The side. To the side. Side. To the side. Wonderful. Now if you could take a look at the wall behind me. Good. And then at the light here, we're going to come in and out, in and out, in and out. Good. Then if you could look at the wall behind me here, right on this side. Good. Then we can look at this light, using only your eyes, without moving your head. We'll come in and out. In and out, in and out. Wonderful. And to finish, we are going to do one last iteration of the direct consensual response test. So, just stare straight ahead for me. I'm going to look at the direct response and the consensual response. Direct response and the consensual response. Wonderful. And the direct response. Consensual response. consensual, consensual, consensual response. One last set. Direct, direct, direct response. Direct, direct, direct response. Consensual, consensual, consensual response. Consensual, consensual, consensual response. Absolutely fantastic participation in these tests today. I'd like to thank you so much for allowing me to perform these many, many, many different eye tests on you today. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you.